All right, folks, Chad and I are out here. We've had a decent day. We've caught a nice keeper gag. We've got some snapper. We've got some big grunts. We've got sea bass. So it was pretty decent. We went to our spot a little bit offshore, and it was rough. Wasn't rough. It was rough. It was rough. It was rough. And then when that tide picked up, the bite really slacked off quite a bit. So we've run back inside, and I want to go ahead and do the Friday fishing forecast and talk about what's coming up for this weekend. So let's get into it and talk about the tides and salooners and the weather. All right, here are the tides and salooners for this weekend. On Saturday, we have a high tide at 9:21 a.m. at a 1.91 foot. And then we have a low tide at 4:18 p.m. at a 0.64 foot. And then there's another high tide at 10:26 p.m. at 1.26 foot. On Sunday, we have a low tide at 9:55 a.m. at a 2.05 foot. And then we have a low tide at 5:19 p.m. at a 0.40 foot. So as you can see, on Sunday, there's a two tide day. So it's they're a little bit slower tides. Today's tide's been pretty good though. The outgoing tide has been relatively pretty strong. The water quality, like I said, we're inside the bay. We just came underneath the skyway, and there was a ton of dead fish. Some of the fish that we saw, it was all bait fish, except for some eels and some spade fish. But most of the fish that we saw were not fresh. They were old, but we did see some fresh dead pinfish. So that's kind of a little bit discouraging. Not sure where it's coming from, but if you look on the FWC red tide map, you'll see all the dots, and I'm going to show it right now. You'll see all the dots, the red and the orange dots, particularly from Cockroach Bay to Piney Point, Port Manatee. There's a lot of red and orange in that area, so I've kind of stayed away from that area. We caught our bait at the Skyway this morning. Skyway is very easy. It was 2 and done. We didn't even need to throw probably a second time, but we did anyway. But the bait was easy. The bait lasted. We ran a little bit offshore, like I said, but we've come back inshore, and there's a lot of fresh water, which is a good thing, because with the fresh water, the salinity is not as high, so that kind of kills off the red tide. So fingers crossed, we kind of keep getting these rains that we're getting. We've been getting a lot of rain here in this area, so the water, especially coming out of the river, and that is very tannic, which is actually a good thing. So it keeps that salinity level down, easy for me to say. And then when it comes to weather, we have a tropical storm slash hurricane that is going to hit Florida. Just don't know where yet. Right now it's a hurricane, which they've said all along that it will only get to tropical strength, tropical storm strength, and it's already exceeded that. And hopefully it goes over the mountains of Cuba and it really knocks it down before it gets out into open water again. So if it does hit here, hopefully it's just a tropical storm, but hopefully it gives us quite a bit of rain to flush that bay out a little bit. That will help tremendously. That'll help a lot to get rid of some of this dirty water. So let's go ahead and talk about the salooners for this weekend. On Saturday, we have a major feeding time at 7:40 a.m. to 9:40 a.m. and then we have a minor feeding time from 2:40 p.m. to 3:40 p.m. On Sunday, there's a major feeding time from 8:22 a.m. to 10:22 a.m. and then a minor feeding time from 3:33 p.m. to 4:33 p.m. So as you can see, those early morning salooners, especially those majors, are probably going to be pretty good. But here's the problem. We're in a weird weather pattern right now where the storms, the last today and tomorrow on Saturday, they're supposed to start offshore, work their way in, and then go inshore. That's exactly what happened today. Luckily we've been in between storms all day long. It's weird because one was coming at us and it would dissipate, and then another one would come at us and it would dissipate, and then once it got into the bay it would build back up again. So we've only been sprinkled on twice, so we've been very fortunate. Right now the skies are blue. It's beautiful. We've got a west wind, so that's helping it. That's that sea breeze it's kicked up, so that's going to help it. But we need to keep our eyes out on the tropics, see what's going to happen this week, and hopefully it pushes some of this bad water out. Fingers crossed. But I just want to say again, I know I'm harping on it, but we have a get together on July 10th and at Sunray Marine from 12 to 4. Of course, myself and Chad are going to be there, and the guys from Sunray Marine, and then Clear Wake Water Sports is going to be there. We're going to have a food truck. We're going to have an ice cream truck. We're going to have a steel drum band. So it's just going to be a good time. It's just more for us to get together with our subscribers and our fans, and just shoot the bull and have a good time and eat some good food and have some ice cream and listen to steel drum band. And Chad said he's put out a contest out there that he wants to have an ice cream eating contest. Isn't that right?
So I know I can eat more ice cream than Steve.
Than Steve Betts?
Yeah. Easily. And then he says, what about everybody there? Now,
no, that was Tom. Oh, well, Tom Ray said we need to have a contest.
Right.
And then Steve Betts chimed in. Of course, Steve's always got to chime in.
So, yeah, I don't know that I can beat 50 people eating ice cream, but I'm sure I can eat more than Steve.
So anyway, that's what we're looking for not this weekend, but next weekend. It's the get together. We really look forward to having everybody out there. The weather actually looks halfway decent, so if you want to go boating on Sunday. Come and see us on Saturday. It makes us look good with our sponsors. But anyway, July 10th at Sunray Marine. We'll be there 12 to 4. Looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. We'll have our jigs and all that stuff there. And like I said, it's just for us to get together and have a good time. But anyway, concerning the weather for this on Saturday especially, again, like I said, we're going to have storms that are going to form offshore, come inshore. It's supposed to be a little, well, not a little, a lot windy out of the west-southwest, 15 to 20. So it's not looking really good for Saturday. Sunday it's supposed to lay down. It's supposed to dry out. So it looks like it's going to be a beautiful 4th of July for Sunday. So I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, I just want to say thank you to everybody for all of the support. We really appreciate it. Fish more, catch more, and we'll see you on the flip side.